Look at Ghost goes the pressing. Ghost takes one. Overlord though trades him out, but Icewind is running to take this kill. Icewind gets taken down finally. And Overlord with more without any sort of weakness. Win. As the Brainstorm trying to make an upstep here, gets the kill on the Already, that's going to be the second kill on the K9. He has the updraft dash. Yes, he gets the
Main good for a third. Getting back into the rhythm, I think so. Being aggressive, sees one, gets a kill.
Max are gonna get the kill, Max are gonna get the second, Max are gonna get the third. And shot in the back. Ghost gets kill on Overlord. K9 is gonna get one. He's down to 1v3. Gets the kill offering the satchel, not helping him at all, and the recon back. Everything just working against his favor. He's gonna get 1.5 people on left.
Story so far, how it has been for Xiphos. So it's good for another kill with that storm. And
you know, too little, too late. Playing insane, playing with his smokes, spots, Benjay.
Useful on this map, I would say, considering, I mean, compared to other maps, but just as I
Speaking of aggressive pushes, aggression all around the map, everyone falls and Roach is left alone to deal with 3 defenders from Xiphos. Gets a third kill when doing it even after he gets that initial kill.
Yeah. And
Benjay trying to be aggressive right from TV there.
Yeah,
and
TV
just like that, so quickly. 2G4, Jazz does not get the kill, Kiwi good for a third. But Kiwi playing there, yes he does. Roach gets ahead, sees a second coming through double doors. That's a
and
kill.
Roach is absolutely popping off right now on this arena. And we have Bane Insane at mid with nothing but a judge and is taken down. So
Bane is Insane, goes down. Look at this. Roach playing head to head
and
with
Roach is and we have an open plant. We have a plant on the A side. But we see a double flank coming in, and Sinbad is able to get the kill on the bench, but Roach is once again with this on this Ghost, man, hit to clear, and so much utility being invested. So I think they are going in for this, and a blind Defiance is able to get the kill onto.
Kiwi managed to land the kill on the Roach.
But he does have his revive ready, and I think, yeah, that's...
Your duty is not over.
Yeah, goes for it, gets... And
we have the Rolling Thunder coming. Soul River, good, not getting stunned, good for a kill as well. Deadshot goes down, puts out the Blade Storm.
30 seconds
Once again, a
left.
2v2. This is a winnable round, I would say. Make that a 2v1. Does he spot the breach? Yes, he knows he's there.
Just this entire map. And
it doesn't look good when you have to try.
Nice, he's gonna give the information, but.
Come on, let's go!
Give me those guns.
Who's next?
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are joining us live for Gamer.LK's Logitech G Valorant Pro League, powered by Viewsonic and energized by Red Bull. And joining me for the cast today is going to be Zeno. Hi man, how are you doing?
Hi Tara, yeah, I'm doing fine, and looking forward to the match actually. Yeah.
So interesting matchup we have. We have Tech Morph going up against Xiphos. What are your thoughts? I know you're coming from the pro scene yourself, so give us a little bit of more insight on what you think about these two teams.
As for Xiphos, I think, yeah, like I said, like I mentioned before, I think they are the most of them are. I mean, like pretty much all of them are from the former Chloe roster actually, and these guys have played together. I mean, even from back in the days of CS, I think Deadshot, KV, and Simbad have played together. So they have their chemistry, but I think they're still lacking on the the whole team play. I mean, the Valorant. I think they need time, little more time to gel together. But I think given their chemistry and all, I think they'll do fine. And as for Tech Morph, actually, it is a new team, I think, and the only match I've seen from them is the match that you casted. I think with.
Yeah.
I think it was against
WG.
WG. Yeah, and tough match to start off with. Best team in the country, but. Yeah, I think even though they the odds were heavily stacked against them, I think they did, they put up a fair fight, I guess, and I think you have more to say about the team from Tech Morph than me, actually.
That is true. I think Tech Morph, I wasn't expecting how well they did against WG. I thought it might even end up in a 13-0 wipe at one point. Because, I mean, we all know about WG, right? I mean, these guys are absolutely insane. And Tech Morph putting up a fight like that against WG with the amount of aggression that WG was putting up, I think hats off to Tech Morph for the fight that they put. And I feel like they have an off chance here. I think that they are still coming into this matchup against Xiphos as the underdogs. But I feel like they will be able to put up a better performance. Obviously, as the tournament goes on, everyone gets better at it. I think that's how any tournament works. If you can serve long enough in the tournament, by the time that you reach the end, you're just firing on all cylinders. That's how it works. So I think Tech Morph will be able to put up a really good fight against Xiphos. Having said that, we do have an interesting map as our first pick here. It's going to be on Icebox. This is Tech Morph's pick. Xiphos has gone with a Sen.
Right.
I haven't seen too much of it. I don't think I have seen Tech Morph on Icebox at all, actually. So this is going to be an interesting one. First time for me. But since Team Xiphos is the previous roster from Cloy, I have seen these guys on Ascent. Basically all the maps. I have casted quite a bit of games where the roster from Cloy performed, and these guys were absolutely amazing. They had a really good run a couple of months back in the VCC qualifiers, and they were absolutely amazing. So whether they have, after that they kind of fell apart, and we had Soul River move out of the roster, and now he's playing for UG. So they have had a bit of a mix-up in the roster, so it's going to be interesting to see how well they have, come back together as a team to be able to perform in this Logitech G Valorant Pro League. Having said that, before we get into the game, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors. I mean, Logitech has been absolutely amazing to the Valorant community in Sri Lanka. So many tournaments from them, the quarterly tournaments, and now coming out with the Pro League alongside Gamer.LK. They have been absolutely massive for the Valorant community in Sri Lanka. And if you're in the market for some new peripherals, you all need to check out what Logitech has to offer. I myself, I'm gaming on one of their mice and mouse pads. As you can see, the headset is from Logitech as well, and I have a flight control stick that I have been using for so many years now, actually 7 years, from Logitech as well. So I know that these guys are create really good products, so I can personally attest to it. So if you're in the market for some new peripherals, do check it out. And also talking about Viewsonic powering the entire event, there's some absolutely amazing gaming monitors out. Specifically need to mention their new 240 Hz monitor with G-Sync enabled. Absolutely gorgeous monitor. I was just checking it out prior to the stream as well. Looks like a beast of a monitor. So if you are into FPS games, obviously that high refresh rate is going to come in handy for sure. So, and Viewsonic obviously in the market for the last 30 years plus in monitor manufacturing. They're coming in with a lot of experience to it. So if you're in the market, make sure to buy it. And also, Zeno, need to mention Red Bull. I mean, I have a Red Bull in my hand to keep myself energized throughout this matchup as well. So if you guys are feeling a little bit sleepy, it's getting a little bit late in the night, it's around 11 o'clock, make sure to grab yourself a Red Bull like I have in my hand here to keep yourself energized throughout the entire event. Having said that, what do you think the agent selection will be, Zeno, for Icebox?
I think Chloe will go with the single duelist lineup with the this, which is kind of being like, there's two standards for Icebox actually. You either go with the Jet Trainer and you don't have a Sentinel. By Sentinel I mean flank Sentinel, so Cypher Killjoy. So you don't play that if you're going Jet Trainer, or you go with the single duelist, the Jet, and then you have the Killjoy, Sage, Viper, and the Sova. So I think from what I've seen from Chloe previously, I think they're going to go with the single duelist lineup. Also taking into fact their roster right now, I don't think they have they have like a good Reina who can pop off. So I think Deadshot is, I think they are more focused on utility, so single duelist. And as for Tech Morph, I'm not really sure. I have a feeling they'll go for the double duelist setup though, because I think even on the two maps that they played against WG, I think they went for both double duelists, so they had a good Reina on their team, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we'll see a double duelist lineup. Yeah.
Yeah, and with that, we do have the rosters coming on screen. Let's take a look at what these teams are coming up with. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the rosters that we are looking at, and we are directly heading into the agent select. Let's have a look. But the Xenos prediction is going to be right, and what these guys are going to be playing already on the side of Tech Morph. We do see the Viper come out. I think a standard pick, Xeno, on Icebox. You need to have that Viper, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's any other smoke that works. I mean, you can have an additional smoker, but the Viper is pretty much standard. You need to have Viper.
Yeah.
And yeah, we see a Cypher locked in, so not an agent we usually see on Icebox.
That is for sure. I mean, we do see killjoys, but definitely
Yep,
not ciphers on Icebox. So maybe Techmorph has something in their bag to try out, but we'll have to wait and
right.
see. And Lakey, the Reyna main on the side, is actually going for the Sage. So they are looking at the single duelist lineup with
So,
maybe, yeah, single duelist, double sentinel lineup by the looks of it. Sage, obviously, not the most preferred sentinel, I would say,
yep,
obviously, but Resurrection will obviously come in clutch. And of course, for the map of Icebox, I think there is no better duelist than Jet himself. So they do go with the Jet on Death Shadow, but we do see a raise coming in for
and a
Xiphos here.
Sky actually, and a Sky. I mean, really interesting lineups from both teams, to be honest.
Something that we don't see all the time. I mean, I was expecting Xiphos also to go with the Jet, but apparently not. We are going to be seeing a raise on Icebox alongside a Sky. So double
I think
initiator
it's,
lineup.
yeah, mostly to do with, I think they've swapped out Deadshot for this matchup. So, yeah, as you all know, Deadshot is one of the best Jets in the country, and I think him not being here means they do a small roster. I mean, lineup change. Yeah,
So they have gone with one of their subs here. Yeah, probably why, right? I think if you don't have Deadshot as your jetman, I guess give it up and play what you're comfortable with. But still, though,
true.
seems to be a very slow push coming out from Technox here. No real aggression, no real presence being shown. But with that, they are going to go into B side by the looks of it. It's going to be a very fast execute coming out from them. So what interesting wipe ball here. They are not able to cross this yet. Wall will go up and Sinbad is going to go in, takes out one, but
Spike
immediately
down,
traded
B.
out by Kavi Boys, and that's a spike down. They'll have to recover it. Kavi Boys good for another one. Thunder Flash is going to be there for the trade. So trade happening left, right, and center so far. But as the dust settles, it's going to be a 3v3, and the spike will rotate all the way back to A site here. Can they find anyone on the rotate? Is going to be
10
the question
seconds
here.
left.
But the time, Terra, it's just, I don't think they have time to get the plant down. I mean, they barely
They
do, but
almost do, but they stopped. No, now they do not have the time. Just waited a little bit too long, I feel like.
yep, true.
Interesting,
And
Pisaron.
yep, interesting. And I think the call to rotate was made a little too late, maybe because they barely had time to get the plant down, and Thunderflash, I think he knew that. He just just all he wanted to do was deny the plant, even at the cost of his life, and he did that, and round secured.
Yeah, and with that, we do have a full buy coming out from the side of Xiphos eSports here. 5-man Spectres coming out against the same round on the side of Tech Morph here.
Seems to be a mid push, but that wall in tube is going to be a pain for.
Yeah. Standard Sage Wall, I guess, and meanwhile Sinbad already picks
Spike
up the first
down
kill
B.
here on to Kavi Boys and will be backing off. Actually, no, he's going to be holding that angle. In the meantime, Thunderflash is on the outrun, getting some information all the way at mid. But again, no real aggression here. Ben Insane, meanwhile, peaks Nash here. Will check him out. Down to the last 3 players on the side of Tech Morph. And again, Ben Insane, making it work. Good for 2 here. Very slow push coming out. Cypher pick is the weird one here. He throws up the camera, doesn't really look at the angles though. He is going to go in. Has 2 cages up. Does get spotted.
Cage triggered.
Then Insane will get taken down here by Hasi.
One
Good
enemy
headshot coming up. Is going to be there from Thunderflash down to the last man. The Jet surviving with the spike down to the last 20 seconds here. And he has his work cut out for him, but it's not going to happen. Shinigami clean it up and they hold on. They only lose a 1 play here. They're going to be really happy with that on the side of Xiphos eSports.
Yep, and I think it will be a full buy coming in from Tech Morph, and they really need this round. And Xiphos, on the other hand, will be looking to make maximum use of this bonus round. And you know, it's more about the. I mean, you're obviously going to try to win the round, but the more damage you do, the better for them. And yeah, I think it'll be an interesting round, especially with the. I want to see the approach that Tech Morph are taking. Looks like it's going to be a fast A hit.
Then Insane already going aggressive. Will get taken out by Lakey though. Putting in a little bit too much of aggression. Does not get the peak that he was looking for from the enemy team. And will get taken out. So numbers advantage for the time being at least.
Enemy tagged.
Yep.
And it's much fast execute here. Thunderflash is going to back off.
Yes.
He will get taken down. Already 4 players, actually 3 players down, and they will get the spike down from the side of Tech Morph. A really
Spike
good
planted.
aggression coming out, realizing that they have the better weaponry here, and all down to the sky. As well as the Viper trying flashes out. Hasi just being a little bit too aggressive. Very unnecessary.
One
They will
enemy
spot the
remaining.
last man out. Actually, the one for the last, that's Lakey taking out Sinbad. Down to the last man, had to reload,
And-
but Face Death is going to be there.
Yeah, I think Sinbad's lucky there to not to come up with his life. I mean, yeah, and I think a really good buy round. You know, they just lost 1 weapon there, and as for Xiphos, they can finally go for their full buy. And I mean, as the round started, you could see the intention of Xiphos. You know, they wanted to take the fight to Tech Morph because they were on their bonus round, and any damage is good damage. But Ben Insane there, you know, he just ran into a stack of 3-4 players. So yeah,
Right here.
and Xiphos winning that. I mean, losing that bonus round, but finally full buys for both teams now.
We do have a full gun round on our hands here, and a different approach obviously coming out from Xiphos here with the rifles in hand, and a lot slow aggression from Tech Morph here. They're looking for damage, looking for info right now. Haven't really aggressed into the site so far, but all huddled up outside of here. But now we do see the Jet coming into the site. Ben Insane holding a very tight angle. He is going to peek through, but Death is going to be able to take him out. That's 2 players on the side of Xiphos falling in quick succession. Hasi will take out Sinbad as well. Xiphos in
planted.
trouble for this round. With their buy round coming out, down to the last 2 players. Shinigami gets stuck, but he's going to be able to get that kill onto Hasi. Hasi whiffing a little bit there. And down to a 2v4 retake here in favor of Tech Morph. With your stance here and there, but Jet is going to be good for the kill. He's going to be good for another. That's a 3K for the round.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful round I think from Tech Morph, and yeah, I mean, I did not expect. I expected the 3rd round on the board for Xiphos. I mean, to be honest, For some weird reason, I think probably because I mean, on paper, at least they are the better team right now. But
Yeah.
yeah, and Tech Morph, I think they are the ones who picked Icebox, and they have a clear plan in mind. Looks like it.
Yeah, and I think this Cypher might actually be working. He is lurking. He is getting a pick off here and there. But in the meantime, it's going to be Xiphos forced into a save here. Oh my god, they did not clear the corner. Been insane. Will take out one. But the Neuro Theft will go out, getting the information that they need. They know that B site is pretty much clear. They are going for a blind plant here. No wall to cover it. Oh, meanwhile, Harry Boys picks up Shinigami. Thunder Flash is getting tagged through. Jet will take him out, and Hasi with the kill onto the Sky will clean it out. Clean round coming around from Tech Morph here.
Yeah, and Xiphos were on their eco round, but Tech Morph, they did not. I mean, they're not showing any signs of slowing down. They are usually when it's the enemies, when it's the other team's eco round, you change up your approach a little. You try to play a little cautiously. But Tech Morph, I think they just have one thing in mind, and they just want to keep taking the fights and keep going aggressively, and it's working out for them so far.
And the Viper Wall will go up at A side. So this is a little bit of an early Viper Wall, going to give a lot of information for Xiphos as to what the plan from Tech Morph is going to be. And we already see a couple of players rotating in. Only the Viper is going to be on B side here. The rest of them have huddled up towards that A side, but they haven't. This might actually be a fake because the spike is still near spawn here. Oh my god, Sinbad is just getting toyed with. Hasi, in the end, being able to clean that kill up, and now the spike will rotate all the way towards a B side here. And the Viper Split will go down as well. This is going to be a pretty easy round if they can play this properly. The Hunter's Fury will go up, at least from Thunder Flash, I'm assuming. And now Chris goes in the middle.
Last player
That's
standing.
two pickups. Lakey with the kill
Spike down B.
onto Thunder Flash, all down to Shinigami in a 1v5. Got himself into a good position, spots out one, but he's going to get choked up here, and Kavi Boys to finish things off. Tech Morph is on a roll.
Yes, actually, and just as I said, they want to take the fights. You saw how they just changed up the pace there. They went for an extremely slow round. The Viper wall was put down at that A side, but and it drew the defenders, right, because all this time they have been going for fast hits, so they drew the defenders towards that A side, and as soon as that pick of the Viper was taken down at the B side. It was a free plant, and the Vipers pit there making things easier for them.
For sure. And like I said, I mean, this team cannot be underestimated. The performance that they put up against WG. The scoreline did not read it, but I felt like they played really well against the amount of aggression that we see from WG. You know it, right? I mean, these WG has. They don't slow down at all. It's like, get from the get-go, they're like dive, and they get all the frags that they want. And those guys are absolutely insane. And Tech Morph put up a really good fight. And already we do see Xiphos in trouble, losing Shinigami here. That's the healer down. So no resurrection as well. I don't think he has the resurrection up. Actually. He did have it ready. Meanwhile, Lakey picks up that kill onto the Sky as well.
And
Another
the
kill.
showstopper gets taken down as well.
One enemy remaining.
And Kavi Boys with the lineups as well. Hasi picks up one, looking for the other Thunder Flash in trouble. He will get taken on. Hasi good for 2k here. And Xiphos in all sorts of trouble. This is not what we were expecting coming into this matchup. And Tech Morph proving everyone wrong right now. Can they keep up the aggression is going to be, can they keep up this momentum is going to be the question.
Yeah, and I think even from I mean every aim duel that they take, they're winning them. So things are not looking good for Xiphos right now, and they need to change something up. And I think the turning point was that one round where they played slow, Tech Morph, and I think Zimbad should have stayed back a little because he was playing very open and he was the only defender on that B site, and him being taken down, that was a huge loss for them because all that Viper utility, all that stopping power is taken down. But that was 2 rounds ago, and we need. And
Look at this change up from Xiphos. They're pushing 3-man from mid. Nice change of pace. Sinbad already takes down Hasi. This might be what they needed. But
Impossible.
Reiki already inside, good for the first kill onto Shinigami, so it's a 4v4 still. And the spike is
And
still outside the site though. They haven't really taken it in.
I have the spike.
yep, and I think they're gonna go for their B rotate after using this revive. Yep, they're gonna press Hasi
Right
in,
here.
which means the Cypher utility is going to be back online, and they're going for a hit onto this B site.
I think, yeah, they have caught on to this. The wall will go up. They are going in for the punch. Reiki taking a very aggressive position. Already good for the kill onto Thunderflash. The trade is going to be there from Sinbad. The planter, then instant, coming on top of the wall,
Spike
will take him
down,
out.
B.
And now this is the round that Xiphos can actually win. But the aim duels, Cubby
30
Boy is good for
seconds
one.
left.
Gets rid out by Bait Instant. It's going to be a 2v2. Spike still not being planted. 26 seconds on the clock. How much work can they do? Ben Insane and the spy left.
enemy
The peak
remaining.
is going to be the Hasi is good for one. Can they get the next one as well? They know where the last play is. The spam is going to come through. Extremely low. And he will get spammed. What a
I
play
mean-
coming out from Hasi.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say actually. That's so you saw the change in pace coming in from Xiphos. Yeah, they pushed down mid, but at the same time, when the ground at mid was being taken from them, they also, I think, Lakey and I'm not sure who he was with,
They can
but
death
they made,
actually.
yeah, Lakey and Death. They made their way towards A. So when the ground was taken away from them, they kept pushing other areas of the map, and they were able to catch, I think, Shinigami off guard, and I think that's what changed the round around.
That is for sure. I'm absolutely amazed at how these guys are playing. Some really good stuff coming out from the side of Tech Morph. Already, Cubby Boy is trying to take a battle up against Sinbad here. Sinbad pushing in aggressively. It's going to be backing off. Cubby Boy is playing a little bit safe. In the meantime, Lakey going in, takes out Bane instead. This battle stage is on absolute fire right now. And Xiphos in all sorts of trouble here. Death backs off. He does get spotted out. Shotgun, little bit of damage. Halfway, he's going to be able to find him. Sinbad will be good for the kill out the Hasi as well, and he has the Seekers out. He's going to let it out and get that information though. Wait, he's still holding on to it. Did he let it out?
He was using the
it's a-
heal, I think. Yeah, the overgrowth.
Yeah. My bad.
It's easy to get confused. I mean, but we
Oh,
have seen
Sinbad
No charges left.
has a really nice head glitch here that he is holding. Got one, might find another. Yes, he does find another. That's a 3k for Sinbad. The trade is going to be there from Lakey. Lakey, though, gets to heal himself up against 3 players on the side of Xiphos, though. It will be a tough round for him. Try and
30
clutch.
seconds left.
Gets himself onto nest. Doesn't really see anyone so far. Going to take the zip. The blind is going to come through. Forcing Lakey back. The spot they had. What a shot from Lakey. But Shinigami with the flank.
Yeah, I mean, Lakey is absolutely feeling it right now. This man's popping off, and I think, I mean, if he had a little more time, we could have seen a clutch there. I mean, that's how good he's playing right now, and I think he's absolutely he's feeling it. You can see the confidence when he's taking those duels, and but
And,
yeah,
I mean, this was
good
the
news.
later main, right, for the side of Tech Morph. So he is used to playing aggressive, and that's exactly what he is doing. Also, staying alive long enough to get the resurrection, of which Shinigami hasn't been able to do so far.
Yep. And the Viper Spit going down to lock down this A site. And they don't want to contest this, I think. Yeah, they are not interested in contesting the Viper Spit on this A site, and they are trying to slowly make their way towards this B site where Shinigami is. Shinigami is worried about mid too, actually. I think
There's
he
no
does
one
not have
covering
the
the
information.
cross.
Yeah. Exactly. And
Poison orb.
the Outrun trying to spot out the Viper and get him out of that Viper Spit, but to no avail there, and they're playing this extremely slow, so
Oof.
yeah.
That Cutler taking a lot of damage there. I think he was cut on the head through maybe the edge of that box, but they have gone out. The Seekers come out as well. The wall is going to block things out for the time being at least, but this is mid control completely taken. They are trying to go towards this B side. Already that takes out one. Shinigami with the trade, though. Hasi will pick up Shinigami in return. A numbers advantage for Tech Morph. Tech Morph looking extremely dominant. Plant down to Thunderflash and
enemy
Sinbad in a 1v4. Make that just Sinbad left. in a 1v4 tough situation to be in. Xiphos, not the same player that we have seen from them in previous tournaments, or the players at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, I know that Xiphos are not, playing up to expectations, but Tech Morph are actually, like, they're surprising me. I mean, they are. I mean, they are not. They're showing us that they are not. Just the standard rush into A B team. So you saw how much space that Viper Spit gave for Simbad on that A site,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they tried to push him out of that A site, but no. And on the side of B, they did not have any ground where Bane Insane and Shinigami were pushing out of B. So they just took the space in the tube instead. So they just rushed out tube and took that B site, almost like a, yeah, it was really nice to watch. I mean, I did not expect this coming into this game at all.
See, the
And
thing is, I knew that Tech Morph was good, right? Like,
yeah,
from watching them against WG, I felt like they were not able to show what they had in stock for us just because of how WG plays. And I feel like if, meanwhile, as I said, that Chris, that just goes and takes out two already, Sinbad and Ben Insane. Yeah, actually, Ben Insane, right? It was? Yeah, Ben Insane both
yeah,
going down already. So that's two players down on the side. He goes in again, but Shinigami is going to be good for the kill. He does have the resurrection up. He wants to try and get it, but the plant will go down. Thunder Flash holding out
One enemy
the
remaining.
ground with the Sheriff, but will get taken out by Lakey and Covey Boys for the trades down to the last man, Cutler, in a 1v4, and just a classic to boot as well. So going back to what I was saying, right? I feel like
yeah,
WG never gave the opportunity to Tech Morph to pull out their strats because they had one strat in mind, that's just aggression, 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 and they were
yeah,
not able to reply that. But here, Xiphos is giving enough time for Tech Morph to play their game, and they are
yeah.
showing us that they have game
round
in
in the
them,
half.
and this is absolutely amazing to see from a team that was considered the underdogs in that group.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just that their playbook is so wide. Like I said before, they are not one dimensional, so they know exactly how to react to certain situations, right? So when ground is taken somewhere, they just push out somewhere. They don't take unnecessary fights as well. Like, I've seen them being pushed, and they don't take that fight. They just back off, wait for help, and play together. And you know, I'm pleasantly surprised, and like, maybe a dark horse run in the tournament. Too early to say, I know, but they're
Yeah,
playing really nicely, and it's it's so
very
nice
good
to
to
watch.
see.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
here we
Spike
go,
down
here
B.
we go.
very
Sky
good.
already picked up two on the death and like the two danger men on the side of Techmov out and now looking for more. The blind ghost, they are going to peek through the wiper wall, not going to find anyone, but they're going to force the rest of Techmov out of sight. Meanwhile, Mash, oh, wait, how did that even happen? But
I
Shinigami does
have.
have the res coming out, so it's still a 5v3, but that shot dart, not even sure how we managed to get that kill.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know Cutler was that low,
Oh,
to be honest.
so that's the operator down. The camera in play as
I
well.
know
He didn't peek through it.
exactly where.
The showstopper online for Benin Sen will take out Nash.
Spike
The
down
Viper
A.
Spit will go out. It's a 2v4 still. It'll be a tough one. Hasi stands through the the cage, but does not find the kill. Typing low. Hasi already picks up Cutler here. It's a 3v2 now. This is completely new, but Cowboys picks up Benin Sen as well. Out to a 2v2. Are they going to clutch this? This plant will finally go down. There is no way that they do this.
Last player standing.
Yeah,
Kami Boys takes out Shinigami as well. Thunder Flash in a 1v2 and the Vipers fit to deal with as well. Tripwires
Scanning
in
ahead.
place.
There they are.
On that goes out, try and get that information.
and
Oh
okay,
no, no way. A 9-3 half from Tech Morph.
Switching sides.
Who would have
Uh,
thought?
I don't think. I mean, I know both of us weren't thinking it, and I'm pretty sure none of the people who are watching this were thinking it either. And I think that was one of the few rounds that Tecmo were actually on the back foot. I think from the beginning of the round they won a 5v3, and I wanted to see how they reacted. And yeah, I think everyone just saw that. I mean, they pulled that round back so good, and the Viper spit obviously helped. But I think the star of that round was Hasi. I think
Yeah.
he's such a rat. I mean, He's playing through
Definitely.
inside these smokes, these cages, and he's playing that Cypher role to perfection. And I think, we see why he picked that Cypher on this map.
Yeah, we were questioning it. I mean, we've been shut down completely, proving why this is good. And
Yeah.
Xiphos has not found an answer. Let's see how they do. Well, they do on the attack. It's going to be a fast A hit coming out from Xiphos. How much can they do? They desperately need this pistol round on the side of Xiphos to be able to come back into this game because the momentum is all on Tech Morph right now. And look at Hasi already wrapping his way on to middle here.
Spike
That already
down
picks up
A.
Sinbad. That's a controller down. Spike down as well on the side of Xiphos. Not a great start to have. What the patience.
Watching
Not
here.
at all. And
Oh
dead.
my good God. Bane Insane down
Here.
as well. A horrible, horrible start for Xiphos here. Left to Thunder Flash, as well as Shinigami and Cutler to try and clutch this out in a 3v5 on this pistol round.
Ores and ore.
Hasi,
And
meanwhile, picks up
Hasi.
Thunder Flash. No,
One
they are
enemy
getting
remaining.
bottled up. Hasi picks up, Neki picks up Shinigami, and that
And
with the 3k on the round. It's a flawless pistol round. What is happening?
I have no idea. I can't actually believe what I'm watching right now, and it's just, and even when they're on the advantage, 5v3, a lot of teams, a lot of players, even in ranked, you just get cocky, you just push out. But they were not doing that. They waited for that flank from Hussey, and then they just sandwiched them together, and they're playing all so well together, and it's I don't know, like I said, it's just so nice to watch and very pleasantly surprised right now.
Yeah, this is actually what we want to see from this tournament. We wanted to see one of the underdogs come up, and Techmov is going to prove that they are one of the dark horses. Already been insane though. Take out Trace does get tagged though. Will be coming back for a heal, pushing in aggressively and paying the price for it. So this is a save round for Xiphos. They'll be looking to do as much damage as possible. Maybe even pull off a thrifty if they can, because they really need something like that to come back into this game.
This is what's so nice about playing a Sentinel on Icebox. So you see them double stacking mid and double stacking B, and they're just letting the Cypher utility do their work for them on that A site, and they're happy to go for a retake because they know they have the weapons advantage, and Mash takes down Simbad, and the spike is going to go down on this B side, but a bad wall,
It-
yeah.
Horrible wall. Lake will take out Shinigami, but Cutler and Beninson still in the game here. Takes out two.
30
They are
seconds
down
left.
to a 2v2 there.
Last player
Spectre
standing.
recovered, but Hasi peeking in with the Ares. Gets pushed back with that pain shell. Beninson in a rough position here to take this fight. Very healthy on Covey Boys. Hasi with that Ares. A slow
10
push. He's
seconds
going to
left.
wrap around here. Can Beninson do this though? He might actually find
No.
Hasi, no, but Hasi is going to peek at the right moment. He's going to go in
And-
and take out Bane Insane. But this is considering everything, good damage from Xiphos onto the side of Techmorph, but still not a win.
Yeah, and damage is good, but given the scoreline right now, need those rounds. I mean, 11-3, they literally have no breathing room. One more round, and it's match point for Techmorph, and yeah, it's a full buy against a bonus round for Techmorph, and they really need this round. I mean, if not, they're just going to be on an eco when Techmorph is on a match point, and that is not good for them. We've seen comebacks from 11 down, but they're going to need a lot to pull this off.
Yeah, I mean, this second round started with that 9 curse, so who knows? Maybe Xiphos pulled something off, but right now it's all Techmorph already. Dead taking down Bane Insane, who was trying to satchel into side. Numbers advantage to Techmorph. This is a tough position. Already Hasi picks up one, gets another lick. He takes a Thunder Flash, and that's a flawless coming out from Techmorph. And match point for these boys in green.
Match point.
Xiphos in all sorts of trouble here, down to an eco round when Techmorph is on a match point in this game number 1. What a performance from this squad of Techmorph.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you can see the mentality of the guys from Xiphos, right? They pushed into that. They pushed into that A site. You know, they thought, a 5 stack push. What could go wrong? And everything went wrong for them on that. And now they are on that broken by, and yeah, match point for Tech Morph, and
Oh no, Bane insane
Insane,
already.
insane.
This is they put down here. Death gets a little bit damage on, but will be able to dash out and get heal back up to a certain amount of HP. But already advantage towards Tech Morph here. It's a 5v4. But I mean, this is more than just Xiphos is not playing to their potential, but this is really good play coming on. Harvey Boys already takes Gamer.LK. Is going to be good for the kill on Sinbad. This might be game number 1 on Tech Morph's time, but Thunderflash has other things to say as he takes down Death.
Finish.
Picks up another. Cutler is going to be the one taking down Lakey here. Now bringing down the numbers here. It's a 2v3 here. Still in the game is going to be Xiphos. The wall will go up. Still no idea of rotating.
But the mid cross is being taken care of, and the Cypher has A site locked down, so they know it has to be a plant at B site. So,
30 seconds left.
oh, are they going in for the rotate? Yes, they are, but
Who's going to be there for the cross here? There's no one watching the
No.
cross right now, so they are going to be backing off. 19 seconds on the clock, but Hasi is already inside. He has the Cypher utility in place. How much can he do against this two-man push up coming up? The
10
cage
seconds
will get
left.
triggered, and he already picks up
Second one.
Thunderflash. Going for the last one, and that is Tech
Defenders
Morph
win.
taking map number 1. What just happened? Not something that we expected at all. And what a scoreline for Tech Morph to take this game number 1. 13-3.
yeah, I mean, when they picked Icebox, I mean, had they picked any other map, it would have been the same. I would have guessed the same. I know, maybe I could have guessed, a map win, but not a 13-3. No, not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anyone expected this at all, Terra, and all of them were all of them were hitting their shots, and they were just at the top of their game. Yeah.
Look at this ACS from Death here. 428, and they are not up against a very small scale team. They're up against Xiphos eSports team. I mean, this is the previous roster from Troy, and
Yep.
they just took a 13-3 up against them. What an insane performance from Tech Morph. And like you said, I think a map win, yeah, maybe, I mean, as the underdogs, you would always give them that, a little bit of a percentage where they take a map win. But
True.
like a 13-3, they made
Yeah.
Xiphos look bad right now. And they
Yeah,
have their
and-
work cut out for them in Ascent.
Yeah, true. And yes, Ascent is Xiphos' map pick, but losing 13-3 to a map everyone was expecting you to win. They're not. I think they better calm down, have like a complete reset, because they are probably as shocked as we are right now, Tara, and yeah, I mean, it was just, I don't know, I still have no words. I don't know what went on there.
Honestly, because and I need to say this, right? Because Xiphos, they were not playing to their full potential, but Tech Morph was actually playing absolutely beautiful Valorant. It was one of the best Valorant performances that I have seen this entire tournament, because we have, I mean, obviously we saw WG play, but their play style is just pure aggression. They just win all the duels that they get into. Obviously, they have it down to a T where they have each other's angles covered in their aggression. It looks like blind aggression, but it's not. But Tech Morph, this methodical Valorant that they play, they had an answer, like you said, for absolutely every situation. Even when they were on the back foot, they managed to get that Viper spit down. They managed to clutch it out. And the performance that came out from Hasi, we were questioning that Cypher pick on Icebox, but the rat for the team. I mean, this guy finishing the game with 21 kills on the Cypher on Icebox. If someone told me that a Cypher was going to be viable on Icebox against a good team, no way. What a performance.
True, and
But-
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone turned up. I mean, just take it. I still have no words actually.
Still in shock, that is for sure. But having said that, though, obviously that was just map number 1. We do have another map happening, but Xiphos desperately needs to win this map if they want to stay alive in the tournament, because it went up against UG first, which was yes, the first map was close. I think we were casting that map. It was fairly close, I would say. They did put up a good performance, but the second map on Fracture was absolute decimation. Their Xiphos just got completely walked all over. But if they don't win this next map against Tech Morph, they have to face WG next. And we all know how strong WG is. That's not an easy target to take down. And with the way that WG played up against Tech Morph, they are in form. These guys are not out of form. They are firing on all cylinders. Crumbs, Scrim, they are feeling it. They are up to go all the way and take this prize money home. The roster looks absolutely clean. So Xiphos, they need to be able to take at least a map off of Tech Morph to stand a chance to go forward in this tournament. Because by the looks of it, Tech Morph has other things to say about what their standings are in this tournament with that performance, and absolutely insane. So while we wait for the head-to-head between the top two players here, I need to give a shout out to our sponsors Logitech, as well as Viewsonic Gaming, and of course Red Bull itself for powering the entire event. Has been absolutely amazing, these guys. But massive shout out to Logitech. I know the entire community right now from the Valorant community in Sri Lanka absolutely loves Logitech for the amount of tournaments that they have been sponsoring in the country for Valorant. Quarterly tournaments, the format that they have come up with, A Division and B Division, I'm personal favorite of the tournament format. It gives new and upcoming teams a chance to climb their way up instead of going to a straight up knockout bracket and having to face off against a team like WG or UG or even the sides from Xiphos or the Alliance. Instead, they have a chance to go up against other teams, see how the tournament format is like, get a feeling for what it's like to play in a tournament format. And that's an amazing opportunity that Logitech has given. And now coming in with a specific tournament for all the pro teams out here in Sri Lanka, it's absolutely amazing. 200,000 rupees in prize money. And of course, this is Gamer.LK's Logitech G Valorant Pro League. Gamer.LK has been absolutely amazing, facilitating all these events that have been happening since 2007, if I'm not mistaken. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's from 2007. These guys have been absolutely amazing, keeping all the esports communities in the country running and doing so many tournaments in trying to take the esports scene in the country forward. And also, if you are in the market for a new monitor, do check out the Viewsonic gaming monitors, the new line of gaming monitors. Like I said before, I was going through one of their newest monitors, the XG271QG. I know it's a bit of a mouthful, but you need to check out the monitor. Go to their site and check it out. It's a 27-inch IPS panel with 240 refresh rate with NVIDIA G-Sync. I mean, absolutely gorgeous looking, very clean monitor with. I know a lot of the gamers are RGB fans, so it comes with all the RGB on the monitor itself. So do check it out. Having said that, I think Zeno, we have the head-to-head ready, but we are definitely going to know that this is going to be a one-sided head-to-head, and yes, it is. It's going to be Death Shadow from the side of Tech Morph with 23 kills and ACS of 428 with 3 first bloods and a KD of 3.8. Holy moly, this man was insane.
Yeah, he was popping off. I mean, to be fair, everyone was, and that first blood count actually interests me. Actually, I think.
Yeah. Who got the most first bloods? I think, it might be a bit. I think there was a small mistake there. I think he had 6 first bloods at the end of the game. I'm pretty sure he had around 6 or 7 first bloods, so might have been a small mistake. But yeah, absolutely insane performance from him as the duelist for the side, as the solo duelist for the side as well, since they were running that single duelist lineup. But having said that, we should be getting into that game number 2 shortly, so do stay tuned in for that. We are just waiting on the players to be ready before we get into that game number 2. But Ascent, what do you expect, Zeno? Do you think we will see a similar lineup coming out, the single duelist lineup, or will Tech Morph switch it up?
I think, given the fact that they went against WG on Ascent and they went with a double duelist lineup, and they had to show all their cards to WG, I think, because against the strongest team in the country, you need to put up a fight, and I think they went with the actual lineup. So I think we'll see the double duelist lineup here, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Lakey was on that Reina.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, on Ascent, and I think we'll see a double duelist and a single duelist lineup from the side of Xiphos, I think. Yep.
Yeah, and the correction has been made. So 6 first bloods to Death Shadow here on that Jet, and Sinbad, of course, are coming in with 8 kills and just 3 first bloods under his name with a KD of 1. I think Xiphos was just making way too many mistakes on Icebox. We saw, especially when you're running a lineup with a single controller, they only had Viper, right? At the controller, yeah.
Yeah.
They had Viper just as the controller. Viper going down early, not a good situation to be in, whether you're on defense or attack. You want your controller to be alive, especially if it's a Viper. You want him to be alive towards the latter part of the round. And even the Sage, I saw Shinigami being taken on multiple times. We only saw one resurrection coming out from him for the entire game. And he had it up for a real long time as well. But he was getting caught out and dying and not having the resurrection. I mean, you picked that agent for the resurrection and of course the wall as well, but resurrection being the key point there and not being able to get it off throughout the entire match is just a bit questionable coming out from the team. But while that was happening, we had Lakey on that stage getting out multiple resurrection and just fragging out like crazy on that game. I mean, we did have the definition of a battle sage come out from him and being the so we do have the next match starting in a very it will be starting shortly, so do stay tuned. We'll be getting into it. And let's take a look at lineups, right? We were talking about how we might see a double duelist lineup coming out from Tech Morph, but for Xiphos, what are we looking at? We know the Thunder Flash will be on the SOA. I mean, on the Sun, it has to be Thunder Flash on SOA, right? But what else are we looking at for the team?
Sinbad, I think, will go for the Astra, but I think historically he has. I mean, I know him too. I mean, I played with him, so I don't think he has a preference for the Astra. I think we might see an Omen here, but I'm not really sure. Maybe he can. I mean, maybe he has adapted, but I think we might see an Omen and the Killjoy. Obviously, I think we'll have a Killjoy on their side, and I think we might see Bane Insane once again on the Raze. Oh, and but I think the last time Xiphos played, Bane Insane did take up the Astra, so things can change. But I think Captain Cutler is going to be on that Sky again, I think, because Icebox is not usually a map that you see Sky played in, but he played the Sky on Icebox, so I think he's definitely going to be playing the Sky on Ascent, and I mean, not unless, but I think he's going to be playing the Sky. And
he seems to be his comfort hero, and like you, comfort agent rather. And like you said, we don't see a lot of Sky on Icebox, and probably the reason that they picked the Sky was what he is comfortable with. And he did make it work a couple of times. I mean, we did see some good plays coming out from him. Hopefully, he can replicate it on Ascent, because Ascent, it is not as bad as Icebox for Sky. It's a decent agent to have on Ascent if you really want to. And the duelist is going to be the problem. I think the lack of dead shot here on the side of Xiphos is definitely going to be hurting them in the long run, because that is their operator player, because we did see the lack of an operator throughout that entire match for the side of Xiphos on defense. And I think that's a huge deal for the team, especially on a map like Icebox. Not having your operator player on defense is a massive loss. And with that, we are going directly into agent select. So we'll have all our questions answers. Shinigami back again, going on that stage. Thunderflash, as predicted, is going to be on that SOA. What else are they going to pick? Meanwhile, Mash actually picks up that SOA yet again. Bane Insane switching up, going in for that Killjoy, and Sinbad is going to be on the Raze, and Captain Cutler is going to be on the Astra. So we stand corrected. We stand corrected.
And that's a complete 180 from, I think, what I was thinking as well.
But let's have a look at Tech Morph. This is going to be the interesting one. Are they going to switch it up? Because Mash picks up the SOA. Same thing. Kavi Boys on the Astra. Okay, controller. As usual, Lakey. Yeah, okay, there we go. So the double duelist lineup coming out from Tech Morph with Hasi on that. Now we need to call that the signature agent for Hasi. I mean, his signature cipher after that performance from Icebox. What a performance from him. Can he replicate it on Ascent as well? Because this is Xiphos map, and Xiphos looking a bit shaky here. They need to win this map to stand a chance in the tournament. Let's have a look at what they are able to do against the very well coordinated side of Tech Morph by the looks of it. And I am absolutely enjoying the performance coming out from them. I did see a flare of this against WG, but WG never allowed them to play the game. I mean, that's the problem. You go up against a team like WG who
Yep.
makes you play their game. Tech Morph
Yep.
was never able to play their own game. They were always pushed back. It was just, you know, you had Crumbs and Scream just dashing in, satcheling in, creating so much of chaos. And Tech Morph was not able to play their game at all. And the rounds that they were able to play the game, they were able to win. And that's why I thought, you know, there is more to this team on the side of Tech Morph than what I saw, and that the scoreline read. I think I mentioned it during the cast during that game as well. That Tech Morph
Yep.
put up a really good performance regardless of what the scoreline read, especially against a team like WG. But having said that, let's get into the game. It's going to be Tech Morph on the attack with Hasi already picking up Sinbad here at the opening pick.
Yep,
a man down
Sinbad, I
on the
think,
defense.
getting a little too aggressive there.
Turrets destroyed.
But on the other
Spike down
In
A.
time. It's up one, so it's a 4v4. Lake in the meantime will pick up Shinigami here. That peeks through, takes out Ben Insane. Now numbers advantage. It's a
Last player
4v2 down to the last man. Thunder Flash will get taken down, and Captain Cutler will be taken out by Hasi with that lurk. So pistol round already being won by Tech Morph. What a performance coming out from there.
Yeah, and I think Xiphos, they really wanted a change of pace. Yeah, they wanted to take the fight to Tech Morph, and Tech Morph were happy to let them aggress. I mean, they waited for the pushes. They took down Sinbad first, who pushed down B-main, and then and once again they just ended up winning all their fights. And I mean, gonna be a pistol round now for the side of Xiphos. Gonna be a slow round again from the side of Tech Morph. You know, they are waiting for this aggression.
I'm getting some information, a lovely head type coming out from him, but meanwhile the trades are happening. Hasi has taken out Sinbad here. Thunderflash holding a very tight angle with the Sheriff. Ben Insane in the meantime picks up Chris that as well. So good start for Xiphos here on this save round. Thunderflash will get picked by Hasi here. Hasi good for 2, making things work. Has control of B side completely. Now they are going to get the plant down in Hasi. With the lurk will catch out Captain Cutler, who was trying to come to markets as well. Down to the last players here. Hasi gets tagged down to 30 HP. Trying to back off. Using that cage, they are going to go through the cage here. Going to be a rough push. Hasi is good for another. Ben Insane is going to be there for the trade. That's a Spectre recover. This is a really good round coming out from Xiphos.
Turret out.
Cowboy Boy, both are not full HP, but Cowboy Boy speaking at the right moment will take out Ben Insane. They finally are able to close that round out. So expensive round for them.
Yeah, and once again a quad kill. I think it was Kiddy who pointed out that we still have not seen an ace this tournament. I think he pointed it out, and I think I had a feeling Hasi was gonna get it, but 4 kills once again. And on that Cypher, this man, I'm never gonna doubt the Cypher picker again from this man. Yeah.
Yeah, this man already has the neural theft ready to go if he does get a pick off here. And this is the full buy round coming out for Xiphos here, so they are obviously looking to win this. But I was going to say how much of damage can Tech Morph do, but right now it's going to be if Xiphos can win this round, because Hasi already picks up that kill onto Sinbad. And that's a man down, but meanwhile Ben Insane for the trade onto Lakey. That's the ground. He's going to get gravity pulled up. Concuss as well. This man has been. They're throwing absolutely everything on Ben Insane, but he's still
I
inside.
know exactly where you
And the neural theft will go out.
You're probably
Meanwhile, Hasi will pick up the kill onto Thunder Flash as well. The lockdown being utilized.
And with that neural theft down, they know that the B site is completely free. Only the Sova only Thunderflash was there defending that B site, and Hasi was able to take him down. So we should be able to see a fairly easy plant going down on this B site. And forced on their bonus round, they've got the plant down. They're on a 4v3 advantage, and they're forcing Xiphos to go for a retake here. And
Not a bad situation for Xiphos if they can make it happen, but as I say, the Captain Cutler will get taken down. Oh, Hasi pushing it. Needs to be careful. He will place the turret to stop that push coming through. Maybe seen? I'm
And
confused. Oh
yep,
no, we are
and I
shooting at something
think
else.
yeah, I think they're going for a save here, Xiphos. So on their first full buy and on Tech Morph's first
One enemy remaining.
Oh
bonus
no,
round.
Shinigami. They'll be only able to save one rifle, takes out one, but gets shot in the back and mashed to clean it up. And that's Tech Morph winning the bonus as well. And things are definitely off to a horrible start for Xiphos, especially on Ascent, because this is a defense favored map.
Yep, exactly what I was going to point out as well. And that bonus round win for Techmorph is, you can see the credits. I mean, they've all fully bought and they're all comfortably, except for Death, who's on 350 credits. Everyone else is on 2000 plus, and Kavi Boy is actually still on this SMG that he bought on round two. So uh, they need to do a lot of damage here, Xiphos. I mean, yeah, they are on a pistol round, and you know it'll be unrealistic to for them to expect to win this round. But damage should be what they have, what they should have in their
One dead.
mind, and
Asi
yeah,
already picks up one, going into Darwin's here, will pick up another here, but no, it's going to be Death who picks it up. He good for 2K here, Sinbad and Shinigami both going down here, and they will enter the site with the two duelists coming in. Goes into Haven, takes out Thunder Flash as well, down to the last man, and that's a flawless face death with the 4K again. Ace has been denied in this tournament. Where is the ace?
I I mean, I think having WG as your first opponent, I think they definitely learned some things here. I
For
think,
sure, man.
yeah, you can see the aggression coming in from Tekmov, and not just that. I think after that dominant Icebox performance, I think they are pretty confident right now. I think it's fair to say that they are, they know that they have. I think they know that they are here with a good chance to take away map number two as well. So you can see from the way they are playing this, and look at all the ground that they have. They have pretty much the entirety of A main, and Death is prodding here at mid, and they're, and just like that, you see how they're manipulating the rotations, right? So they made all that sound at A main only for, and you see four defenders on that A site, right? And now they
Yeah.
are completely, they have the
Oh,
entirety of B main control, and
Lakey picks up one, picks up two. They are already
and
making space at A side here. Going to peek through Lakey, good for the third, but Thunder Flash in the meantime picks up that kill onto Hasi. Can Lakey make it an ace here? Being insane will take up Mash as well. So things are
Enemy
decently
remaining.
well, but Lakey good for the fourth on the ace. Is he going to be able to dig? Gets the ace. That's the first ace of the tournament. Let's go, Lakey. From Tech Morph, we were talking about the ace, and he was not even on his ultimate. The first ace of the Logitech G Valorant Pro League happens right here, and it is Lakey who
yeah, I
takes it
mean,
home.
I wouldn't have picked. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted anyone else to take it. Actually, is the way this way he played Icebox on that Battle
Sage.
Sage, and now on this Reina. I mean, first ace of the tournament as well, and just aggression. I mean, he's not scared of taking these fights, and he's winning. I mean, he's pretty much won every fight he's taken so far.
Without pulling them in.
That is true, and then with that we do see. Looks like it's going to be a fast B execute. The turret is going to get taken out. It's going to be taken off. Inside Xiphos yet again on a savior. Peeks through. A lovely shots coming out from Captain Cutler and Ben Nielsen. That's two players down on the side of Techmo. Swarm Grant trying to delay things. The gravity pull is going to be there to disrupt Ben Nielsen for a little bit. Going to peek through, trying to get more. Alarm bot goes out as well. Ben Nielsen playing with fire. Curry Boy is going to be good for the kill. Making it a 3v4, but one of the danger boys has been taken out, so let's see what they can do. No rifles of any sort recovered, so to be careful. Cutler is going to pick as well. He's going to pick who might get one here. Whips gets one though. The trade is going to be there from Case Death, so it's a 2v3 still. Still no weapons of any sort recovered. That is the problem here. There's Death going into gardens
30
here.
seconds left.
Is he going to cover this one? He's going to look at it, and the ball goes out a little bit too late. That's Shinigami down. They are going to be able to cross into this A site here. It's down to Thunder Flash. And Sinbad trying to block this.
Enemy remaining.
Sinbad good for one here. Can he get more? Peeking
One
through.
enemy remaining.
Oh, Nash is good for one. Is he
10
going to be
seconds
able to
left.
clutch this out? 10 seconds left on the clock. Sinbad is extremely low. He's going in for the plant. And he will get it down.
And he
Sinbad
has
does
the
not push
dart
him.
online.
He's going to pick through the flick.
The hunter.
I,
Oh,
I, like I
Okay,
said,
so-
you know, they were on the back foot, and I don't know how they pulled that off. Actually,
I mean, I feel like that is on Sinbad. I feel like he had to push the plant, or he had to land that shot, and he whiffed it and allowed Mash to do a complete 180 onto his body. Didn't have to be a headshot because Sinbad was pretty low on HP, but the fact that Sinbad missed that initial sheriff shot costed him dearly there.
yep, and you know, a really good round from Xiphos considering it was an eco. I mean, almost pulled out a thrifty there, but the fact is that in the end it was Tech Morph's round, and they are sitting comfortably on a 6-0 lead on the attack side on Ascent. So things are looking really bad for Tech Xiphos right now. But Sinbad here with the first pick onto Lakey.
Oh, we have the operator out on attack. This is how good they are feeling right now. I mean, they are not even forced into this, but we still have Death Shadow going in for this op during the attack. I mean, it's 6-0. Why not try it out? You know.
Yep.
But in the meantime, numbers advantage for Xiphos. Going to be getting okay. Sinbad good for 2.
Yep.
Thunderflash in the meantime picks up Hasi. This is the first time that
Last player
Xiphos is
standing.
looking good. Sinbad will take out Press Death as well. That's the op down, and now Javi Boys in a 1v5. Going to pick through, will get taken down, and that's the first round on the board for Xiphos. I was worried that this might be even a 12-0 by the way the things was going, but finally Xiphos put some rounds on the board.
Yep, and I think most of it is, I think, on Tech Morph actually. You know, they started hitting their shots. They are very confident, and I think they are a little too confident. They got a little too confident that round. They were, I think, Lakey was, you know, trying to take fights all alone, and even Death, you know, investing in that operator. There was really no need. They were just doing fine, and they wanted to try something new. Didn't really work out, but now they're back to default. I mean, back to not to a default round, but back to default settings rather here.
Meanwhile, Hunter's Fury goes out. Shinigami in a little bit of trouble. He's able to dodge, I mean, all 3, I guess. Yeah, he dodged all 3 here. And meanwhile, they are still huddled up outside of A here. Hasi goes in, takes the first pick here onto Captain Cutler. He will pop the and the neural theft as well. So they know that there is no one inside the site so far. They are going to be able to get this plan down. And now Sinbad with the showstopper will go in, gets 2 with the shot.
Down A.
And meantime, Thunder Flash with the Hunter's Fury will take out Death as well. So now down to a 2v3. Completely doable. I mean, it's Lakey and Hasi.
And they are able to get the plant down, but I think this Winham is
Oh my god, Thunder Flash with coming out with the OD spams through, gets the first pick. Lakey in a 1v3 here, and Thunder Flash is going to be able to get that kill with the shotgun. Now we are seeing the fire from Xiphos. Can they make it a 6-6 half is going to be the question.
yeah, and that I think the showstopper from Sinbad changed the round around there. I think they were on a fight. They were on a, I mean, disadvantage. Yes, they had the lockdown ready. I think on the hands of Bane Insane, and they were playing that A side for the retake. But you know, I think that showstopper really changed it, and you know, 2 kills from that, and I think the Hunter's Fury was also invested by I think
Thunder Flash.
the attack, yeah, Thunderflash, and also I think from Maze, I think, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but
of course.
yeah, and Shinigami did really well to, you know, not give any, I mean, no profit from that Hunter's Fury at all. And, you know, I think Xiphos are now, you know, I think they're slowly gaining their confidence. I think from the way these guys are playing, I think you can slowly see their confidence seeping back. But yep, they have a mountain to climb. 6 rounds already on the board for Tech Morph on the attack side of Ascent, and given how defense sided this map is, um, still a lot of work to do for Xiphos. But I think they are on the right path there.
That is for sure. And with that, we have Shinigami disconnecting here. So we are in a technical pause. Hopefully, he will reconnect shortly and we will be able to get the game underway again. I mean, we don't want big delays here. Obviously, it disrupts the momentum that the teams are having, especially both sides, and especially when Xiphos was just getting a little bit of momentum. They have one of their players facing unfortunate situation, and we have some fun ring around the roses happening around the disconnected player.
Yep,
At,
and yeah, nice to see from coming in from the side of Xiphos. Actually, they need some time, to recover. I
relax.
mean, yeah, relax and recover from that loss on Icebox, and I think they're doing fine. And I think we see Shinigami coming back online just as that happens.
Yes, we do see him back online. Meanwhile, Tech Morph, no shenanigans. They are all prepped to take this game number 2 as well. Pretty much ready to attack as planned onto either one of the sides that they are planning on going to. But no shenanigans coming out from them. All serious from the side of from the side of Tech Morph. In the meantime, I think one of the players apparently uh, so down 1 second is the call from Tech Morph. So now it's actually Tech Morph's technical pause apparently because it is Tech Morph who has asked to wait for a moment
All right.
after seeing that Shinigami did reconnect. So hopefully we'll have this game going getting underway shortly. But let's talk a little bit about the amount of ultis that are left. We have Bane Insane with his lockdown ready. We have Captain Carter with the Astral Divide ready as well. We haven't seen an Astral Divide actually. Have you seen an Astral Divide? I don't think we have seen a single Astral Divide so far.
Nope, no, we have not. Yeah,
Yeah. So Kavi
interesting.
Boy and Captain Cutler both has been having this Astral Divide for quite some time, which has not been utilized. And Chris Dutt has his Blade Storm up as well for the round. And G is the call from both teams, so we will be getting into the game. And like I said, tough mountain for Xiphos to climb, but they seem to be in good spirits. That's the main thing. And even during a loss or even during a couple of bad rounds, you need to stay relaxed, stay comfortable, and not let the rounds that are getting away from you get into your head. And that's a very important part of being a pro or a experienced player in any esports, regardless of whether it's Valorant, Dota, CS, League of Legends, whatever the game it is. When you're on the back foot is when you need to be the calmest and be
Yeah.
more composed than ever. And
Yep.
Xiphos looks to have that in essence. Hopefully, they can translate that into a map win here.
I think a slow round coming in from both the teams.
A bit of Odin
Nobody
action.
really, yeah. I think Sinbad wanted to take this V-main control, but the Aldron is going to force him out.
A bit of shock that's forcing Thunder Flash back here, but they are going to go in for this mid control by the looks of it. Lakey has been tagged a little bit from that Odin spam, but quite healthy still. And now for the push through mid here, is he going to be able to find the skill? Lakey though, a very aggressive position. He has a certain amount of control at markets. He's going to peek through onto Bane Insane. He's going to be able to get the kill, gets the overheal off as well. Peeks through, but Bane Insane, Sinbad is going to be able to trade him off. So it's still a good trade. But in the meantime, Captain Cutler has been taken down all the way in gun, and that is Ace side pretty much open. Sinbad still in the side. Going to peek through, going to get taken down by Hasi while he was climbing down.
30
And the low
seconds
will
left.
be close. Ace dead, low on HP.
Spike planted.
But Thunder Flash is being held here. He's going to be able to get that kill on the Mash. A little bit of a Sova diff happening there, all the way at the east side.
Enemy remaining.
Hasi though, this man needs to be given a cookie for the performance that he has been putting up on both these maps. Thunder Flash though, is he going to aggress is going to be the question here. The Odin in hand, is he going to save or peek? He's going to peek and he's going to be immediately shut down Death Shadow tells him to sit the hell down and picks up the Odin in return. Okay, no, he does not.
Okay. And I think the misplay, I think Xiphos probably had that round. I think a misplay from Simbad there. He did not have any of his teammates on the A side to help him out, and yet when the execute was coming into the A side, he just decided to drop down from heaven and try to I don't know, get a pick or two. I mean, if it had worked out, then maybe yes, but then again, no teammate to help you out or trade you, and a bad play there from Sinbad, to be honest. But he gets the first blood onto Death, the start of this ninth round,
And meanwhile,
and
Hasido coming in, takes down Cutler here. So it's now back down to a 4v4. Shinigami is going to be there for the trade. Still numbers advantage. Xiphos coming in. All the players are huddled up outside of A for the time being. Still no astral divide from either side, and Shinigami gets a res off on Cutler as well. So
yeah,
now the job gets tougher for the side of Tech Morph here. But 7 rounds during attack, they're happy with this. They're looking for more.
yep,
Oh, peeks through Mash. Sinbad whiffing there, and Mash with the trade is going to be good enough, making it back into a 3v4. They're heading towards this A side. Lakey picks up another onto Bane Insane all the way in mid markets here. Now rotating back towards the mid are going to be these 3 players. The gravity pull is going to be there. Smoke is going to block the side for the time
30
being, but
seconds
Thunder Flash is going to be the danger man. He has the Odin inside, and they are rushing inside. How much can Thunder Flash do here? What's the first pick he's going to be getting here? Checking the sides. Meanwhile, Lakey gets another pick here.
Sleep,
Thunder Flash gets one. He's looking for more. Harvey Boy
One
is going to
enemy
peek through,
remaining.
and that's going to be Lakey picking up another here.
10
And the
seconds
spike
left.
will finally go down. And this was, mind you,
Spike
a
planted.
5v3 that
Yep.
Tech Morph has been able to bring back. And Shinigami in a 1v2 and an Odin to fight up against as well.
Right there.
Slow up, stopping the push here. The spam from the Odin going. Harvey Boys has the angle, but Lakey with a 4K to stop the run. What a performance this man has been having on both maps here. Gets another with that 4K, cleans it up, making it an 8-3. We might have another 9-3 half on our hands from Techmo. What a performance this has been from this team.
Thanks.
Yeah, and yeah, like you said, that was, mind you, a 5v3, and once again, I don't like pointing people out, but I think Simbad once again played that all wrong. They had a lot of control, they had the numbers advantage. They also used the
Yeah.
Sage resurrection to get, I think it was Captain Cutler back online, and still Simbad, he peeked out onto shot, and that changed a 5v3 into a 5v2, which is a 5v
Careful.
a 4v3 actually, and
Yeah.
which is a much more viable than a 5v3. And then Lakey was just doing Lakey things at that point, getting a few kills and turned that round around. And I think a lot of misplays coming in here from Xiphos and Tech Morph. I think they're just waiting for a mistake to be made, and Xiphos are actually giving it to them.
Yeah, and in the meantime, they haven't even picked up a spike. They don't really care right now. But Sinbad is going to be good for 2, making amends for the mistakes. He has picked up 2 kills here onto Kavi Boy as well as Hasi. And Lakey, they are going to be able to find Thunder Flash here. Shinigami will get the trade onto Lakey. It's going to be a 2v4. Do Xiphos win this round is going to be the question, because, I mean, we have worse situations here. Chris Death picks through, gets Captain Cutler.
30 seconds left.
A good pick to find, making it a 2v3 now. Now it's going to be a doable round for Tech Morph, but can they make it happen? Is going to be the question here. Spike is now going to rotate in towards A side.
But
It was only
Sinbad
now
is-
that Mash actually went back and picked up that spike. That's going to come through and gets another onto Sinbad with that
10
white
seconds
pick.
left.
What a shot. Will he get the plant? The plant is going to go down here. A little bit of spams coming in from Death
Spike
Shadow here to
planted.
stop any aggression coming through. But it is a 2v2 now. How does Xiphos end up in this situation? Ben Vincent commits the lockdown as well for this.
One enemy remaining.
And Ben Vincent will find Mash here. So that's the first player down. and the diffuse is going to come through. How much can Crazy do? But no, the wall will stop things for the time being. Ben Insane is going to be good enough for the kill, and that's the third round on the board for Xiphos. I mean, I was worried for them. I mean, they had to
Last
invest the
round
lockdown
before
in
the
a 4v2. I mean, come on.
Yeah, like I said, they're just giving the round. I mean, Xiphos are just. I don't know what's wrong. I mean, there are so many misplays, right? I mean, yes, Tech Morph
Yeah.
are playing brilliantly, but Xiphos are, enabling them to play like this. They've been in so many advantageous situations, and they're just throwing it away. I mean, rounds are being too close, rounds that they should be winning comfortably, and yeah, I mean, I don't know actually. Once again.
Sinbad is going to push up a little bit. He had the cover of Thunder Flash as Odin there. If anyone was getting get pushed down, and meanwhile, we do have the Hunter Sphere going out. Sinbad is going to be good for the kill onto Lake here. That's a good kill to find already. And off to a good start here. Can they make it a 4-8 half is going to be the question. They really need this if they are going to have a stand a chance. Meanwhile, Thunder Flash with the spam through with that Odin. This is why this man is so good on this beast side, and that's exactly why he is on the Sova. And we predicted that he was going to be on the Sova even before the match started. Obviously, his standard hero to play on Ascent. But meanwhile, Dead Shadow goes in, takes out Captain Cutler already, making it
Once
global.
again, Terra.
Finally, Astral Divide.
Yeah, and once again, Terra, this started off in a 5v3, okay?
Hunter's Fury goes out trying to find here. Oh, but a good tag here. He will find a kill onto Curry Boy. That's a lovely kill to find.
30 seconds
Thunder Flash getting 2 kills already. It's a 2v4 now. The plant will go down.
Spike planted.
Do they throw this is a question now finally. Oh, Sinbad
One
commits the
enemy
showstopper as well,
remaining.
uses it, but the trade is going to be the craze. There's no way he brings down Sinbad before he goes down there. But what a play. Hasi left in a 1v3. Recon Dart goes out. Hasi spots out one, but Thunder Flash is going to clean him up, making it a 4-8 half in favor of Tech Morph still. But finally, Xiphos finding a little bit of footing here.
Yes, and I think that round has to be attributed to Thunder Flash there with that Odin, and also getting a kill off of that Hunter's Fury as well. And yeah, in the end, I think I think they learned from their mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Finally a 5v3, and they were like, okay, we are not going to give anything to them, just let them plant, and we have the numbers, we'll just retake together. And that's exactly what they did. And I think Stimbad with the showstopper gets Death, who I think did not have the dash there. So if he had the dash, we might have seen the round ending up in a different way. But that's an 8-4 half, and a lot of work to do for Xiphos here, because like you and I both mentioned, it is a very defense heavy map.
Yeah, not an easy mountain to climb right now, and we do see the side of Xiphos huddled up towards this A site here only. The KJ is going to be lurking all the way in B tiles for the time being. They are going to clear vines here and looking to go in, but still no information given away to the side of Tech Morph, so they are unaware of what is happening. Just playing for information and map control. But now Sinbad pulls out the boombot, goes trying to go in here, throws out the pain shell as well, clearing the back outside, will go in. A lot of utility being committed for this initial push in. The wall will go up. Interesting wall. But I didn't know that the wall goes through. But no way. That Shadow picks up 2 and making it a 1v3 now. All left to Sinbad. Left alone. What exactly happened to it? No way. Sinbad with the plays, making amends. What a shot, my man. He still is pretty healthy. He's going to be able to get the plant down. He's going to throw that potential out, and he's going to stick the plant.
30 seconds.
He'll get it down. Sinbad, he goes to hell. Hasi does not see it. Throws out the camera. Sinbad peaks at the right moment. It's not good enough. Hasi will get the kill, and that is the piss. Playing around with the camera as well, just for style points there. But pistol round secured by Tech Morph yet again.
Yes, and I think the wall. I think it was a mistake actually by Shinigami. I was first confused, and I think he just pressed the wall button one too many times actually, uh,
This is a nice spot.
which is why
First
the
time,
wall
like
went.
I swear, that's the first time I've seen a wall like that
Yeah,
across the door.
and I think that wall actually helped the side of Tech Morph. Actually, I think
Yeah,
Death was able to get 2 kills off of that, and Sinbad almost pulling the round out. Almost winning that round, but in the end,
oh, shotgun lineups. No way! No
oh no
way!
way!
Thunder Flash, what a god! Picks up the kill onto Death Shadow with a shock dart lineup.
And props to Observe for catching that. I would never have
Yeah,
done
man.
that.
Yes. Hats off to the production
Extreme.
team there. And Mash here picks up the kill onto Sinbad. So it's an even fight now. But what a shock dart lineup.
Yep.
They're going to go in. Kavi Boy stays through, gets one here. Ares coming into play. Not going to find a kill here. Jumps down, picks up. Cutler here does not clear. Hell here. Thunder Flash, good for another.
Last player
Looking
standing.
for more, down to a 1v3 here. Peeks through. He will get Ares down and Hasi cleaning up 3 kills there, I think. I mean, this man
Yeah.
has been crazy.
Yeah, and uh, he's feeling it when you jump out of heaven onto Jen with an Ares in your hand. Yeah.
Yeah. They are
Yeah.
definitely feeling it.
And 10-4, Xiphos really needed the pistol and the conversion, and those 2 rounds have gone for Tech Morph, and things looking very, very bad for Xiphos, and they really need this bonus. I mean, they really need this buy round because Tech Morph are on their bonus, and I think throughout the 2 maps, I think Tech Morph have won every pistol and every bonus as well. So.
Yep.
Um,
I need to stop.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. So full buy round on the side of
Oh, Sinbad. Good
Xiphos.
start. Good start. Dead Shadow gets taken out. Bit of an Ares spam coming through onto Catwalk there. Not going to find anyone with it. But again, I really like this. Xiphos is playing this very carefully. They don't want to give away any of their rifles at all. And that's
Yep.
exactly the mentality that they should have going into this round here. The first low push.
Take flight.
Thunderflash will pop the owl drone here to get that information. Spot someone at Haven, trying to get more information at who is inside here. Not going to find anyone. And with that, they are going to go into the site. What is happening at Gardens here? Okay, I was wondering what was happening. Sinbad will take out Lake here. Sheriff come through, not going to find anyone. They will get the plan down. Bane himself will find the kill. Sinbad will find the kill on the couple boys as well. And now this is the round that they want. A very clean run coming out. Nashko picks up one. Shouldn't give this man anymore, but yes, Bane himself is going to be there for the kill. And Xiphos winning a much needed round.
Yeah, much needed round for Xiphos, and I think regardless of the scoreline here, I think every first blood has been for Sinbad actually on this map because I know I know they just have 5 rounds on the board and 15 rounds already, and a majority of them I think has been Sinbad. I don't know if you caught that, Tara, but I think Sinbad has been
pretty
getting
sure.
every first blood. Yeah,
I think you're right. I think you're right.
and
We,
I
we
think a
can
full
see it
buy.
at the end game stats how much, and obviously the head to head because Sinbad looks to be finding out this time on at least on the center. He pops the showstopper, trying to clear market here, throws it out, might find Cowboy. No, he whiffs it. Sinbad with the whiff. That Shadow puts him down for that mistake, and he dashes out. But there's already a play to take the whiffs happening left, right, and center. Shinigami missing, Hasi whiffing as well. But it is going to be in the end Hasi taking that kill. In the meantime, Lakey will find Bane instead, and down to the last 2 players on the side of Xiphos. The Neuro theft is out, looking for more here. The spam through, Lakey will find the kill onto Cutler, and Thunderflash left in an impossible situation, getting choked up by 5 players. Kavi Boys cleans him up, and a flawless coming out from the side of Tech Morph. That went wrong really fast.
Yeah, and I think we should just keep our mouth shut at this point because I just praised Sinbad, and you saw that showstopper. That was very
Yes.
unfortunate, and I think it's very doesn't really help when that happens, and you know. Yeah, that probably changed that round around. I think if that had connected, I think there were two players there, Hussey and I think Mash. Mash was there as well. So that I think was the turning point of that round. But then again, props to Tech Morph.
There.
A flawless round by them on their first full buy on this defense side, and things not looking good for the side of Xiphos.
Definitely not. And still, though, a full gun round on their hands. They're looking to go into the A site here. I think it's a full gun round. Yeah, it is. But trades are okay. Lakey takes out one, but the trade is going to be there immediately from Bane Instant. So that's a rifle recovered for that Spectre. But it's still a 4v4. Sinbad takes through, gets Covey Boys, getting the numbers advantage. Very much needed for Xiphos here.
Put down.
Oh, Hussey, this. My god, this man is a rat.
Party's over.
And oh, what a shot coming out from Death Shadow here. And the shotgun whips from Thunderflash, damages himself. But he whips out another. 3v2.
And this is
Captain
for match
Cutler,
for
Captain
the map
Cutler,
point.
Captain Cutler
Enemy remaining.
was on astral form. And Hussey. I mean, what a huge mistake. Thunderflash though. Trying to clutch this out. 10 bullets.
One enemy
Cannot
remaining.
bullets. Takes out one. Looking for more. 8 shots left. Can he clutch this? Thunderflash for the win. Yeah, he makes it happen. Clutches the round. What a play from the man himself. Cleaning it up. 6-11. Xiphos still alive.
Yep, still hanging on. Yeah, still hanging on. Thunderflash, he has been pulling out clutch performances like this throughout this series actually, and they really needed that. That was for map point for Tech Morph. The uh, map point to actually run away with all 4 points in this series, and Thunderflash coming out there with a much needed round win, and okay, I think it's going to be a B hit. Looks like it. I think they're taking a lot of B main control here. Buy on the side of, yep, a lot of utility also invested into taking this B main control, and the Astral Divide combined with
Lockdown
the
as well.
lockdown as well.
The gravity pull is going to be there. I mean, it's going to slow things down, but there's no one else to make use of it. So they are going to be able to get into sight. Death Shadow, in the meantime, has pulled out his blade
Spike
stop.
planted.
Can he get anything done? A really good Astral Divide. I mean, that's pretty sick the way that it cuts the side.
Yep.
In the meantime, Recon Dart goes out. They are spamming the ball. Bailey Insane will find that kill onto Mash. Very much needed. Xiphos looking to make a comeback. It's a 3v5. Can Tech Morph pull this off? Goes for six. Some interesting nanoswarms.
Yep.
Oh,
and
Death Shadow! Oh man, will get put down. Sinbad.
Last
Hussey
player
though
standing.
peeks through, gets another, but Thunderflash will take out Cubby Boys, and now Hussey to punch it out. Can the Nats himself, but he takes out Thunderflash as well. He does not have time, but he
One enemy
from
remaining.
okay,
He
he
has
takes
one
another.
bullet in his
He's
gun.
fine. Oh. No way.
Well, valiant effort there by Hussey, and I believe in that clutch there.
Honestly, I mean, if he had time, I would say that Hussey would have clutched it out.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but he had one bullet in his gun. Like
Yeah.
the entirety of his ammo was gone. All that spamming through, and again, Xiphos slowly clawing their way up. They are not out of it yet, but then again, they lost all their weapons that round. So the advantage here is that that the side of Tech Morph are also on an eco round. So I think this should be 8 rounds on the board for Xiphos actually, unless something really bad happens, which I'm praying that it doesn't for their sake.
Yeah, for Xiphos' sake, because they're on the path to a comeback. I mean, 7-11, it was an 8-4 half, so they are making a comeback here. But can they keep up? Oh, so that gets pulled in, and that Shadow
Gun
is going to
here.
put him down. A nice crossfire coming out from the players here, but the plant will go down.
Spike
No
planted.
rifle. I think there was a rifle recovered. Howie Boys with a good reaction here. Nash going in. Shock darts out. They will recover that rifle on Dead Shadow here. Shock darts are going to be good enough. Dead Shadow picks out Bane Insane as well. And now it is trouble. I mean, this was their eco. How are these guys doing? Kami Boys picks up Shinigami as well. Thunder Flash is going to be good for 2, but he's going to get traded with that. Captain Cutler picking up Hussey down to the last man, up against 3. This was their save round on the side of Tech Morph, and they close it out and they get into match point.
I
Match
told you,
point.
Terra, before that we should probably not talk much, and I called it at the beginning of this round that it should be a comfortable 8-11 for the side. 8th round on the board for Xiphos, and yeah, I'm really sorry, Xiphos.
This is the
The
definition
caster's
of a
curse.
caster's curse.
Yeah, it's real. I think it happened a few times
Multiple
on this map
times.
itself. Yeah, yeah, a few times is an understatement, yes, but yeah, and now they are on map point.
A tough situation for Xiphos. Can they bring this back? They are on a very weak buy here. Sinbad is going to go in. He's going to take Johase. He's going to put him down already. Death Shadow is going to be able to take out Shinigami as well. And so much damage being done. And Hasi is going to be good for one more. The trades are happening, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. It is gonna be Tech Morph taking game number 2 as well. What a performance coming out from this crew on the side of Tech Morph. Who would have thought beginning of this series that it is going to be Tech Morph taking the 2-0 against Xiphos. Zeno, are you here? I think there might
Yeah,
have been- Okay.
I am actually.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
and with that, looking at the scoreboard, we do have Sinbad with 21 kills, Hasi with the 26 kills. I mean, Sinbad did try to bring it back fairly. I mean, to be fair though, he did throw quite a few rounds as well, but did manage to clutch quite a bit for Xiphos as well. Some insane shots coming out from him. Thunder Flash also, we saw some sick lineups coming out from them. But Xiphos, the tournament life is heavily threatened right now, losing 2 series, 2-0. Going to be a tough one for them to come back from this. They need to win 2-0 against WG to have a chance, I think. I think we'll have a look at the points table in a short while as well to see how that has fallen. But Zeno, thoughts about this Tech Morph team? I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, the dark horses, we wanted a dark horse in this tournament, and it looks like we have it in terms of Tech Morph.
Yep, and I think this is their first showing, I think, in Sri Lanka, right? I haven't seen this Tech Morph team before, at least not this roster, and I guess, like you said, pleasantly surprised. They are doing really, really well. Like, and they're all, and it's not just luck. I mean, they're playing beautiful Valorant, right? They have their crossfires, they have their teammates back. They're not taking unnecessary fights. They did get overconfident a little during the attack side, but a few times. But I mean, they are entitled to that. Actually, the way they played, so good. And I'm actually looking forward to. I think Tech Morph have one more match remaining against UG, and I'm actually looking forward to that match. I think they have 2-0 would be a far-fetch, but I think getting one map off UG is not entirely impossible from the way they are playing right now. And as for Xiphos, on the other hand, their last match is against UG, and from their showings in this tournament, I heavily doubt that they'll be able to do that. But I'm hoping for their sake that they'll be able to pull something off against UG.
Actually, it's a WG that they're going up against. But yes, like you said, Xiphos, by the showing that they have been having in this tournament so far, they don't look too good. To be fair though, they were not playing with their standard roster today. They did not have a Deadshot playing for them, so that's a huge minus for the team. I mean, that guy is absolutely insane, probably one of the best jet players in the country, hands down. So not having him in the roster for today's game definitely hurt them. But whether they would have been able to pull it back just because they had Deadshot, I'm not entirely sure the way that Tech Morph actually played. And
Yep.
I think you mentioned how Tech Morph might have a chance against UG. I think UG needs to be worried right now. If they were not
Yep.
worried before against this matchup, they need to be worried now, because
Yeah.
like I said again, it goes back to the fact that Tech Morph was not able to play their game against WG because of the way that WG plays, because WG makes you play their game and
Yep.
does not allow the enemy team to play their game. But UG is not the same aggression. UG does not play the same aggressive Valorant that WG plays. And if they try to, play this slow game that even Xiphos tried out, trying to take control of sides, switching things up. I feel like if Tech Morph is allowed to play their game, who knows, we might even walk away with a 2-0 and see one of the biggest upsets in the Valorant community that we have seen in a really long time. I mean, Tech Morph is completely capable of doing it the way that they play today, because they have, and like you said, they are not blind luck. They have a lot of strats up their back. I mean, we saw them pulling it off on Icebox, on Ascent, the same way. We had fakes happening. We had multiple rotations going on. Good side control, good crossfire placements. And I mean, this Cypher player on the side of Hasi, right? On the side of Tech Morph. What a performance coming out from him. I think the chat was dubbing him the Sri Lankan Nats or something on the chat, if I remember right. I was just going through the chat while I was casting, and they were dubbing him the Sri Lankan Nats at one point, and definitely proving to be one of the best ciphers in the country right now.
Yes, indeed. And I think we can take back all our doubts. I mean, when he first locked in that cipher on Icebox, you and I, we were both worried. And he just proved us both wrong. And I mean, the title of Sri Lankan Nets, I mean, it's not really far-fetched, I mean, at this point, because, we have seen some, really good ciphers throughout. I think Benji is one of the best ciphers in the country as well, but not really a ratty playstyle like we saw from Hasi, actually, the lurk-ish playstyle. And, I think it's a fair call. Maybe a slightly far-fetched, but I think it's fair, yes.
Yeah, because if you talk about ciphers, right? When you think about the best cipher in the country, everyone would immediately think of Benji from UG, because this man has been absolutely insane. But his playstyle is completely different. He is more of holding the side down. You don't see him lurking too much, playing this rat type of a game. And we now have Hasi, who picks up a cipher on Icebox, which has never been seen. And he makes it work. I mean, he rats out the entire game, gets his amazing lurk, gets the backstab on multiple times onto these Xiphos players, and he wins these duels as well. This is not a man who can only shoot people in the back. He has been winning multiple head-on duels as well. He can shoot, which is a great thing to have, a great play to have on a team. And people complain about rats. I mean, it's a part and parcel of the game, and Hasi is completely making use of the opportunity to rat on both maps here, even on Ascent. Not the easiest of maps to rat, but he was able to pull it off. I mean, we did see multiple flanks coming out from him and making it work. But we are just waiting on the head-to-head between the top two players. I think this time the head-to-head will be a lot closer than map number one. Map number one, it probably should be between Sinbad and Hasi, or Sinbad and Death Shadow. It has to be between these two players from what I remember of the scorecard. And it's going to be interesting to see how many first bloods. I think you mentioned that Sinbad got so many first bloods. Yes, we do have it on screen right now. It's going to be Hasi. How many times do you see a Cypher as the MVP for the team? I mean, 26 kills under his belt, 21 against 21 on Sinbad, who was on Raze, and ACS of 361. Absolute massive performance coming out from Hasi. Sinbad, in the meantime, had a bit of a couple of mistakes here and there, but pulling it back for the team, made a couple of plays, pulled it back. I mean, he was the pillar stone of pulling that game back alongside Thunderflash, getting 6 first bloods under his belt, 21 kills to his name as well. Good performance coming out from him overall. But I think Hasi takes the cake.
Yep, he does. And coming back to the overall score, 2-0. I mean, who would have thought, right?
Who would have thought, for sure. I think nobody would have thought coming into this matchup that Tech Morph would walk away with a 2-0 against the previous roster from Cloy, playing for Xiphos. Now, no one would have predicted that, and the dark horses of the tournament will reign supreme here on the Green Boys from Tech Morph. Hopefully, they can pull off a similar performance against UG, which is, I think, happening tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, because we have only a few more matches left. I think the only matches that are left is Xiphos versus WG, Tech Morph versus UG, and on the other group, we have Noob Alliance versus Phoenix left. I think that's the only game that is left on that side. But we have the MVP for today. It is going to be Dead Shadow, deservingly so, with a highest combat score of 730 under his belt. What a performance from this man. He had a banger of a icebox game there, but afterwards, on Ascent, we had a really good performance coming out. But I think someone needs to be mentioned here. It has to be Lakey from Tech Morph, right? What a stand-up performance. I mean, this man was on the Sage on the first game, and then coming into the Reyna on the second map. What an amazing performance coming out from him. And kill leader, likewise. So we do have the Logitech kill leader being happening. We've been keeping track of who the kill leader of the tournament is. It is still going to be Ice Speed from Noob Alliance. What a beast this guy was on the second map today. Massive performance coming out from him against the side of Maximum eSports, and that was no easy team as well. I mean, we know how good the side of Max is, but Noob Alliance very supreme. They are taking that 2-0 against Maximum eSports, and Ice Speed was a pivotal part of that in that second map especially. He had a bit of a slow start in map number 1, but second map not so much. He popped off like crazy, and is right now currently sitting at the top spot on the kill leaderboard, followed closely behind by some of the top players like Crumbs, and then we have from, I think, UG, we have Rocha following close behind. We have quite a bit of players. But let's take a look at how the groups are standing right now. Noob Alliance leads Group A with 4 wins and 8 points under their belt. Maximum eSports following close behind, not close behind rather, a little bit far behind with 2 map wins and 2 map losses with just 4 points. And Evox and Phoenix Gaming are yet to put some points on the board. And on the side of Group B, is the biggest upset here. We have Union Gaming having only played 1 game, having 4 points. Wolfgang eSports likewise, they have only played 1 game and has 4 points. And Tech Morph has now played 2 games, have managed to put Xiphos to the bottom of the group with getting themselves 4 points with today's map wins. And Xiphos, having lost all 4 maps, are sitting at the bottom of the barrel. A tough road for them in this tournament, looks like it. So hopefully they will bounce back and give us a really good performance against WG. We'll have to wait and see when that game is going to be. But with that, I think we are done for the day. A massive shout out to Logitech G for our title partner for the event, the Gamer.LK is Logitech G Valorant Pro League, powered by Viewsonic Gaming, and of course energized by Red Bull. A massive shout out to our sponsors. These guys have been absolutely amazing, making sure that this tournament is a possibility, and of course the 200,000 rupees in prize money. Definitely a really good incentive for these players to be fighting for. We'll have to wait and see. Do stay tuned in with us throughout this entire Christmas season. We won't be having games on the 24th and 25th, but the grand finals right afterwards on the 26th is going to be there. So make sure to tune into all the matches. Keep following Gamer.LK Facebook fan page as well as the Valorant community page. The Valorant community is absolutely amazing. Anyone new joining into the community, make sure head on over to the group. Ask whatever you need. The community is absolutely friendly and absolutely one of the best communities that I have had the pleasure of joining. So make sure to join that and vote for your fan favorite team as well, to give these teams that extra boost. But until then, until we see you guys again tomorrow, it is going to be me, Terra, and Zeno both signing off. Hope you guys have a lovely Sunday, or I was going to say tomorrow, or a lovely Sunday today since it's 12:45. But hope you guys have a lovely day. See you guys. Good night.
Right. See you guys. Good night.
Come on, let's go!
Give me those guns.
Who's next?